Let's get this shit, man. What's good, y'all? It's your boy King Donnie, back again with another video, of course. And today, the topic of today's video is going to be 7 steps to instantly improve your mental health. Now, I want to go back and talk about my days in the schooling system, elementary school, high school, middle school, things like that, because that's really when my mental health started to, unfortunately for me to say, decline. So in elementary school, I'd say I was a pretty happy kid in elementary school. I did get bullied here and there, but it wasn't like serious. Like elementary school was definitely like much more tame compared to my time in middle school or high school, because I had friends that I hung out with, and although I didn't get along with everyone was pretty much chill and cool. So yeah, elementary school was like pretty calm. Then I went to middle school, and that's when I truly like believed that I got depression. So when I entered middle school, almost all my elementary school friends were like not there. They didn't go to the same middle school that I went to, and that kind of hurt me. Not only that, but like the people. I'll say it again. The people in my middle school were not the greatest people, and of course there were like some 11, 12-year-olds, and kids are going to be immature and like do stupid shit regardless. But middle school was just not a happy time in my life. I remember I was getting bullied even worse than I did in elementary school, because I didn't, for one, I was really like I tended to avoid confrontations. I've always been the type to avoid confrontation. And even though that's changed now, like back then I was like a really like scared kid. I was a really shy kid to myself. I didn't want to talk to nobody, and people noticed that and took advantage of it. And looking back, I should have done a lot of shit to like stop that from happening. But I was a 12-year-old kid back then, so I was really vulnerable, and I just let people do what they wanted and like pick on me and things like that. So yeah, middle school was like kind of ass for me. And high school I moved to New York for high school. So I had a whole new environment, a whole new group of people that I was friends with. And for the most part, high school was way better than middle school, but high school is still high school, so there was obviously going to be some problems there. High school, as I said multiple times, I got my first relationship. It didn't end well. See, for high school, the difference between middle school and high school is the fact that for high school, I felt like I was invisible. Even in high school, I was just pretty like to myself guy. But that that made me like feel like I was just like invisible to people. Like people didn't care about me. And looking back, that might not have been a case. It might not have been the case, but I definitely should. It's definitely my fault in some regard. I should have reached out more, talked to more people, because at that point I was a young man. I needed to break out of that shyness that I had since I was a little kid. But high school was not the place where I did that, and although I will say that my depression definitely wasn't as bad in high school compared to middle school, but it was still there. It was still like in like the back of my mind. I would always have like days where I like just felt like pure negativity, and I just felt like the world was against me. I'm not that way anymore. And as a matter of fact, I'll go into that later. But yeah, high school, like I felt depression because I felt invisible. Unlike middle school, to where I felt depression because I felt I was just getting picked on. But everything changed pretty much when I entered college. Now, I remember my first day of college. Actually, no, orientation of college. I met so many cool people. Like, I was like, hold on, all these people aren't judging me. Like, I'm not used to like not being judged at that point in my life. Like, I wasn't used to like meeting new people who actually like I gelled with. consistently, but every person I met in orientation day in college, it was like, wow, like I might actually be able to like make some cool friends here, you know? And I did, I made a whole like circle of friends. I made like shit, like over like 30 friends in college. And things happened to where like I'm not going to college anymore, but yeah, man, like college like definitely had like a big shift in my mental health, and it wasn't perfect, I still have my days, I think like it's natural for humans to just like, especially as you're getting older and becoming like more aware of the world and all the stresses and responsibilities that you have to go through, that you just have to like face some negative thoughts at some point. But I'd say that in college I had the least amount of like negativity and like just feeling like total shit that I had in a fucking while in my life. So college was definitely like a big like up in my life. Now, with all that being said, there was definitely things that I did in my like day that contributed to my positive mental health in college. And I'm going to get into them right now. So, the first thing that I did consistently that like helped my mental health drastically was to clean my room consistently. Every time my room got dirty, I like instantly got depressed. Like my room definitely like was a reflection of my mental health. So I cleaned my room every single day. When it got dirty, I never like that. Here's one thing I always did that like I needed to improve upon. Like whenever I got home from school or anything like that, I wouldn't like hang up my clothes. I would just like throw it around. Don't do that shit. It'll only like it'll become a habit, and it will like make your room look so much dirtier. So just don't let your room get to that point in the first place. But if it does, then just clean it up like consistently. It's like one of the best things you can do for your mental health. And the second thing that I did that drastically helped me was to improve my diet. So for about a month now, I've been consistently drinking green smoothies. And if y'all don't know what that is, it's just choose any green vegetable and you just put it in the blender and just make a smoothie out of it. I get so much vegetables out of it. I get so much like nutrients out of that every single day. And it's not just that though. I don't eat any dairy no more. I cut dairy out of my diet. That definitely helped because I'm lactose intolerant. And yeah, I eat better meats. I eat more lean meats, less fatty meats. I eat less fat in general. Almost no processed sugars, things like that. So no like, I guess bread's okay, but like no like sugary shit like fucking soda. I haven't drinking soda. I haven't drinking soda in a fucking year. Shit. But yeah, I just cut out all the bullshit from my diet, and it definitely contributed to a more positive mentality. And as I always advocate in my videos, the next thing is to exercise consistently. So something I've been doing for the past month, I've been going out on walks. And I know a lot of people look down upon going out on walks. I don't know fucking why, but yeah, people look down upon going out on walks, even though it's like super beneficial. Like cardio in general is beneficial. Like a lot of people just like tend to skip out on cardio thinking that they're going to lose muscle. Like no, cardio is good for your heart, is good for your health in general. Like you can do so much shit when you do cardio. But yeah, not just cardio though. I've been doing more calisthenics than anything recently. I haven't been doing much weights. I've just been doing calisthenics, and it's definitely like I love calisthenics. Like mastering your own body weight, that just feels so fucking good. So yeah, I start working out consistently, and it should no, I know it will improve your mental health. And the fourth thing is to widen your social circle. So like I said before, when I got in college, I made like a whole fucking like cast of friends, and we didn't all get along, our senses of humor definitely differed, but You know, we gelled with each other. You know, we hung out, we did shit. You know, we went out and fucking like had fun. And that's not to say just have fun, like go out and drink and shit. Don't do that bullshit. Just be responsible and just have a good time with the people you meet, and just go out and meet people who, you know, you have a common interest with. Like, I'm a big gamer, like anime fan, and the people I met at college, I met a few gamer and anime fans. So yeah, man, just get out of your comfort zone. That's what I'm saying. Get out your comfort zone, meet new people, and I promise you, it'll be for the best. Now, the next thing, and I know a lot of people don't do this, is to fix your sleeping schedule. Now, I'll admit, I'll be the first one to admit my shit's not the perfect sleep schedule either. I have a tendency to go to sleep at like 3 in the morning sometimes because I'm just constantly like on the internet. But there was a point in time to where I was going to sleep at like 9 p.m. and waking up at like a relatively good time, like 6 in the morning. Like, I was getting like 9 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep, and that's pretty much what you want to go for, like 9 to 8 hours of sleep every single day. Like, get in bed early. That's what I'll say. Get in bed early, because your body takes a while to go to sleep. I know mine fucking takes like, my shit takes like 2 hours sometimes to go to sleep. So yeah, just get in bed early. Try to fix your sleep schedule so that you can have more energy when you wake up in the morning. And I'll say this, it fucking, when I was doing it, I felt so energized for the mornings, and like my mental health definitely improved because of that. Now, the next thing, and I know this is controversial, is to meditate. Now, I'm not the biggest advocate of this either, because I do it like once in a blue moon. And like I said before, there was a point in time where I was doing these things consistently, and I definitely like had results from them. Meditation in particular, sometimes I'll bust out some meditation like in the middle of the day, and that, like, bro, that shit's so fucking calming. I won't even lie. Like, sometimes I'll have like lo-fi music playing in the background, and I'll have like, you know, sometimes I'll do it without any sound because I just want to be relaxed and like focused. That's the main thing you want to be. You want to be focused when you meditate. Focus on your breathing. Focus on anything like in your mind, and just clear out all the bullshit from your mind. Actually, it really fucking, like, when I was doing it, it fucking really helped me like clear my mind and just have a much better mentality. It makes you feel like, in a sense, at peace. Like, if you're having like some bad times in your life, meditation definitely made me feel like more at peace than I did before. So I definitely like try it. If you just try it once in your life. If you don't like it, then you don't have to do it again. But I definitely think meditation should like, more people should do that. And then the next and final thing is to prioritize your own happiness. Guys, when I decided to start a YouTube channel, I knew this shit was going to be hard. I knew it was going to be an uphill battle because, you know, YouTube's not easy. A lot of people think they can just hop on YouTube and just make it big, but no. YouTube takes like years of like hard work and dedication. And despite all that, it's what makes me happy. So I'll gladly work fucking 10 fucking multiple hours a day just to like communicate with y'all, to put out content for y'all. And I think a lot of people could benefit from find anything that like makes you happy. It doesn't have to be YouTube necessarily. You could find happiness in a job. You could find happiness in like I said before, people. Just find something that makes you happy. A hobby, drawings, writing, things of that nature. Hell, like even watching TV or watching anime. Like, don't do it every day. Now, don't do that shit like 10 hours a day every day. Just make it like an hourly, like, just set aside time for it, you know. If you enjoy doing it, then you're obviously going to set aside time for that. And I think it's a good thing to have something that in your life that you're happy about. So yeah. And now with that being said, I think it's time to wrap up this video. Now, this is my second unscripted video. Now, I don't know how I feel about this little format here. I think I was stuttering way too fucking much, but hey, I'm gonna let y'all comment and let me know what y'all think about these unscripted videos. So, without further ado, X Warriors, signing off.